Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be talking about a Roblox myth group that actually just started out, and at first I thought it was one guy just doing little trolls on this one game, but apparently it's something bigger. So first off, let's talk about what actually Roblox myths are. Roblox myths are horror-related accounts created on Roblox. They're often created by an anonymous user or users to live out an existing creepypasta or to tell a completely new story in a paranormal nature on Roblox. Now let's talk about the actual myth itself, starting with the one man named Evan. Evan is still a mystery, being the first person I encounter in this myth, and you can also see him in the footage in the background, which I can't see since it's a pre-recording. But here's what I know so far. Evan is a 34-year-old guy who is haunted by Akamana. But in this case, I don't know if it's canon. Okay, so this is actually past Kid Pool that is editing the video right now. Apparently Akamana possessed Osiris in the footage further in the video when the Bayou was about to be set on fire, so just to let you guys know. But moving on from that, Evan was possessed or forced to kill his wife, which I don't know the name of, but is still haunted by that to this day. Later on, Evan gets cancer and falls every once in a while, and since I've known him has fallen 131 times, which sounds painful. Moving on to the actual family, with Evan being the first part of this group. Let us start with the head of the family, George. George is a 52-year-old man that grew up in the dark. He is known for killing his twin brother William in the forest outside the family cabin. George used to be human, but got corrupted by a monster that's known as the corruption of monsters, corrupting people to kill their friends and family. He's been turning into a monster, killing 50 people and taking out his anger. George's smile doesn't mean good, it means he's planning something, and his plan is to take over. George is also haunted by his brother or someone pretending to be his brother and doing what he says. William is, as you know, George's twin brother who was killed by George. There's not much on William for now, but his last name is Cult, and as I said, either related to the Cult family or is separate from it. Bill is a 58-year-old man who grew up in the Bayou, and the Bayou is a little swamp house that burnt down, but we'll get into that later. He is known for the mass amounts of fraud, burglary, accused of satanic rituals, arson, homicide, and drug possession, and also kidnapping for the last over 20 years, which is a long time. Bill is what is called as the Void's overseer, which I don't know what or where the Void is, but he is known as that. Bill has money hidden in West Virginia, which the location is unknown at this time, but will probably be told soon. Bill was crushed in the Bayou fire, which fatally injured him, and is in the hospital now, and are deciding to pull the plug or not. But recently I found out he is okay, and is on the hunt for someone specific. It is now time for the most confusing person in the family, named Osiris. Osiris is a 56-year-old man who grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. He's known for killing 8 women and 14 men over 20 years. Osiris was shot in his home by a sheriff who goes by the name of Wayne Moss and a detective named Floyd Bostock. Osiris was presumed dead but is alive, but will never be able to walk again. It is believed that Osiris shot himself, but later seen on CCTV footage that Wayne Moss shot him, and now Osiris wants revenge for what happened to him. There is another family involved with this myth that's still unknown, but is called the Schmitz Family. They consist Seth, Ollie, Robert, David, Ben, and Bill. Bill is the only Schmitz family member that has been seen in-game, but as you know, is currently in the hospital. The rest of the family is still a mystery, but they surprisingly sound oddly similar to the Smiles family. Now let's talk about the Bayou. Well, the Bayou is like I said earlier, this swamp, this house in the swamps in Shreveport, Louisiana, and was the home of Bill and Osiris, and I think George. And I say was because recently it was burned down by a detective named Cardia Hulse, and in the process injured Bill when the house collapsed on him. Now, since the Bayou was burned down, they moved to a house in New Orleans. Bill, George, Osiris are now on the hunt for Cardia Hulse. So yeah, guys, that's basically my first commentary that I really done on something to explain, because I'm not really an explaining type story channel. But yeah, that's all I know for now. I will continue to be doing videos on this myth since it's content and it's really cool. So yeah, if you like the video, please subscribe, and as always, don't fuck with my talking.